let's talk about the tech industry and your role in promoting women within the tech industry. You're obviously a key figure within Google and are out there in the public eye. Women are still regarded, despite representation on a number of key CEO roles in the industry now, they're still seen as underrepresented in the industry, potentially underpaid and sometimes discriminated against. How is being a supporter of women in tech, what can we do to address this representation of women in the industry?
Yeah, I agree. I think women are underrepresented in tech and in STEM related positions like computer science. I have colleagues who were the only woman in their CS department in college and often felt isolated, which makes sense why retention for women in those departments can be low. And yes, discrimination in tech is real due to things like this idea of bro culture sometimes, or even microaggressions that may happen in the workplace. And another issue that I see is pay gap. I still think that's real. I personally started out underpaid compared to male counterparts in the beginning of my career. But one thing that I'd also like to highlight as a result of a lot of these variables is the lack of women in leadership positions in tech. Women make up almost half of the US workforce, but they hold less than one third of leadership positions in tech. And that low level predates COVID-19. And since the pandemic started, I think it's become even more pronounced due to, increased burden of family and childcare and things like that. So just based on my experiences so far, I think I have been somebody who really believes in representing interdisciplinary backgrounds in tech. I, for one, have made it into engineering and a very niche role at that, that combines hard and soft skills. And I think that's in large part due to me continuously celebrating my varied background in communications and my passion for technology, and even just my interest in performing and dancing outside of work. So I think one thing we can do is really encourage people to go for STEM or go for other functions in college and in their careers, even if they don't think that they're the perfect mold or conform to the stereotype of those roles in tech. And on top of that, we have other roles like business roles, architects, program managers, UX researchers, consultants, and more. So I think we really need to encourage women to go for those roles, even if they seem like they have a different background. I have a lot of other suggestions, like, for companies to build career programs and offer free programs or stipends for women to build skills and advance their careers. So I joined one, for example, called The Forum, which was not part of Google. It was just another company where women could get together and learn the skills necessary to self advocate for themselves, to get the next promotion, to network better, to feel like they could promote their work without feeling like they're bragging or feel like they're not
Yeah.
being humble enough. So yeah, on top of that, I think companies can also really increase opportunity and funding for employee resource groups like women groups or even Asian Americans in tech, for example. So just having those safe spaces and also just creating a culture of psychological safety. I think that people need to feel included in their environment to be successful and to stay.
Mm.
So, just making sure that we speak out when you notice microaggressions and never promote a fear based culture. And that goes all the way to the leaders, right? I think the leaders need to be very transparent and open to feedback. Everyone should feel comfortable speaking their truth and shouldn't feel like they have fear of
Yeah, I
retaliation.
mean, there can be enormous value in being proven in spaces with strong comparison with insurance or car loans or whatever it may be. So let's talk about yesterday's conference. Was the conference